On the broadcast tonight, the roof collapsed at the post office. What's the next step for that office?
Also ahead, the Prime Minister meets with regional leaders in Trinidad.
And we've got the highlights from basketball in Eleuthera. The Bahamas tonight. The National Report starts now.
Now in HD. Network presents The Bahamas Tonight. This portion of the news brought to you by BTC Every Day.
The National Training Agency pushing to make sure every Bahamian who wants to work has the skill set to do so. Good evening, everyone. I'm Keisha Adderley.
And I'm Andrew Knowles. Thanks so much for joining us. The National Training Agency is following its mandate to ensure that young people who may have been disadvantaged or were unsuccessful in high school have the skills they need to land a job. NTA Director Agatha Marcel says they're also putting together a board to be headed by Pierre Depuch and is looking to take in 2 cohorts of participants each year. Janae Noel Ferguson has a story tonight.
25-year-old Ellison Davis came out of school with little skills and since then has had a few jobs that never really took off. He's just one of the participants of the National Training Agency learning basic culinary arts.
It's been good so far. At least it give me something to take me off the road, other problems and stuff.
Davis is just one of the dozens of participants who are fully engaged in courses at Talent Solutions. Meanwhile, Agency Director Agatha Marcel says with less than a year of being in operation, the NTA has had some success.
We sent out a total of 118 on interviews. 83 got the jobs. They're still working. We have about 19 now on active interviews, just waiting to see whether or not they're going to be employed.
Marcel adds that they have focused on the specific group that needs the most help.
Our main thing is to help those, like I say, academically challenged, kind of disadvantaged, have limited or no job experience, to just be able to go out and present themselves to get a job.
And for Davis, a second chance is just what he needed.
I wasn't doing nothing. I was looking for something, but nothing was really happening. Everybody just gave me a little run around. I like cooking. I used to do a little cooking at home. So I'm trying to really open up my own business right now.
And he's not alone. Fellow participant Brendan E. Kemp is also pleased with the program.
Coming to housekeeping, I thought it was just making up beds, cleaning toilets and stuff like that. But it's way more to that.
Marcel says it's that kind of difference that they hope to make in the lives of more young people.
We had 41 persons who did the Office Procedures Level 1 course. 34 of those young people that we said couldn't passed. 22 of them with first class passes.
Plenty of people out there. I was trying to get a couple friends to come out. They look like they don't really want nothing to do. I thought living the way I live in, nice and trying to be somebody and do something in life.
Now, officials from the National Training Agency, they're not about just giving young people jobs, but to ensure that they have the skills they need to become employable. Janae Noel Ferguson, ZNS Network News.
Prime Minister Perry Christie paid a courtesy call on Trinidad's President, His Excellency Anthony Carmona, today. Mr. Christie led a delegation which included Foreign Affairs Minister Fred Mitchell and Minister of State for Investments Kailas Roll. During the meeting, issues of mutual concern were discussed, including the advancement of the region. The official visit came ahead of the Prime Minister's address at the University of the West Indies St. Augustine's campus. During the distinguished lecture series, he'll highlight the Bahamas' role in CARICOM.
An incident at the General Post Office today raising concerns about workers' safety. And as Fern Carey tells us, the incident comes as the government looks ahead to relocating the main post office.
Crumbling infrastructure could have resulted in serious injuries for employees at the General Post Office Monday after a portion of the ceiling in the Human Resources Department apparently broke off. Fortunately, no one was injured as employees were not in the office at the time. However, the dangerous situation is a major cause of concern for employees and union officials.
I am not comfortable even standing here right now giving you this interview. They're saying Ministry of Works looked up there and say they don't see anything else that may fall. But they didn't see this coming either. So I can't really say that, one with a physical eye could determine that no more pieces of the ceiling would fall through. Here you have persons working in unsafe, hazardous conditions. And no consideration is given to these persons for any allowance or even promotions. A lot of these persons here are well overdue for promotions. So sometimes we would wish for the government to take these things into consideration. That people go beyond the call of duty, people work in adverse conditions just to give that service that the general public depend on them to provide.
Old City Market food store behind me has been identified as a new location for the main post office. However, it may be some time before that becomes a reality. Due to the working conditions, some staff members have been working reduced hours. However, Pinder believes more needs to be done to ensure the safety of workers.
I think it reached a point where I'm tired of hearing them moving, and they have not moved as yet. So I personally will speak to the powers that be to say to them that I don't think these people should be in here for another month. This is getting dangerous, more dangerous. As we stand now, we don't know which piece of the roof, the ceiling, is going to come through, and it can damage you. Can cause some severe damage. That's a heavy piece of stone because you can see the steel is in that also. And so I will speak to the minister. Hopefully they can give me a definite date. I'm being advised that the process of moving should start very soon, and in about 3 weeks or so they're going to move in phases.
Fern Carey, ZNS Network News.
Now, the Ministry of Transport and Aviation said today that as a result of the collapsed roof, postal services at the main post office will be suspended tomorrow. The ministry is also relocating staff and putting in measures for mail services to continue while a permanent location is found for the post office staff. Counter services, though, will still be available throughout Nassau.
Well, still ahead tonight, find out why this man is headed to court.
And the Eleuthera basketball title on the line, and ZNS Total Sports is there. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Lux Men's Warehouse.